Well, folks, welcome back to 3 Zen once again. This video is going to be a little bit more personal in nature. I've been thinking about it for a while, and being Christmas time, I just thought this might be a story I'd like to share with you. Every year, I used to take time beginning in July thinking about Christmas for my grandkids, and I had a set protocol that I'd go through. I'd buy them one of those Bing and Grando Christmas plates, and then a Swarovski star, an annual crystal star, this, that, and the other throughout the year. But then I always tried to think of something I could build for them. My ancestors were carpenters. I don't think they were professional carpenters. Maybe one or two of them were, but they enjoyed woodworking as I do. And it's a skill set that I've been given, and I've been blessed with it, and I enjoy it very much. So in 2012, I was sitting around one evening trying to think of something to make for the kids, for my two kids and their significant others and the grandchildren. And it came to me as I was listening to a song called The Littlest Angel by Bing Crosby. It's an old carol, but it's my favorite carol because of the humility involved in it, or associated with it. So as I listened to that song that year, an idea came to me. The gist of the song is the littlest angel met with the Christ child on the day of his birth, and he saw where other people had brought gifts of gold and silver and jewels and so forth, and all he had was this little box of his treasures, and that meant so much to him, and that's what he gave the Christ child. And so I thought, well, that is just so cool. I think I'll build these kids boxes that they can put their most coveted treasures in. And so that was the idea behind this. So I set out that year, and next morning went out to the shop, and I thought of each individual. I thought of my son, my daughter, and the grandchildren. And what I did is I chose a specific wood for a specific person as I built these boxes. And like I said, I started around in early December, and by golly, I finished them in time to send them to them. And when I sent them, I put something of mine in the box to give them a start. Something of mine that were treasures to me. Nothing big, nothing really earth-shattering or significant, but things that had meant something to me at one time or another. That was the idea behind it. And then what I did, I took the box and the boxes, and I lined them up as you see on the image of this video, and I wrote the first line of the song, and you can see it on the introduction here. At any rate, it was something I enjoyed doing very, very much. And then, come a year or so later, I thought, I didn't build a box for myself, and that's kind of the way I've lived my life, as so involved in doing things for others, I kind of neglected myself. So that year, or whenever that was, I decided to take some time and build a box for myself, and this is what I came up with. Now, it's hard to tell the texture of this when you're on the video here, but it's made out of barn siding, old barn wood, and I did that because I love the humidity in it. It's not polished, it's not polyurethane, it's just raw, and it's something that I love very much. So what I thought I'd do here, just to give you an idea of what I did, is you take the lid here and slide it off, and in this box I have a watch. It's an old crank watch. I was given this watch when I was 12 years old. My grandfather had given my dad some money for him to buy each one of us a watch when we turned 12. And of course I thought, that's a cool tradition in our family. I'll give my son and daughter money so they can buy their children watches. Well, we know where that went with iPhones. So at any rate, this is a Hamilton watch, and still works. My grandfather paid $29 for it, and I'm not going to tell you what it's worth today, but it's a lot more than $29. Another thing I have in here is a gold key. Now, this gold key is what we wore on our parachute lanyards, and we'd put it in our lap belts, and if we had to eject, this would pull the ripcord if we were unconscious or whatever, and it'd deploy the parachute if need be. So this is the actual one off my parachute when I went through pilot training. I kept that. And then I have a set of my wings that we were told to break at graduation. The theory was that if we broke our wings on the ground, we'd never break them in the air. And I got a couple other little knickknacks in here. I've got a set of my dog tags that I wore. They're curved because I used to lace them in my boots rather than wear them around my neck. Oh, good Lord. I've got another pair of wings. They're sterling silver, and they're senior pilot wings. When I was a senior pilot, I think I had the most fun because I was just at that point in my career where I could relate to the young guys and still working toward upward mobility and the like. I've got a set of Lieutenant Colonel's leaves symbolizing the rank I achieved. And then I have my last ID card, just something to hold. And then I have 3 pictures in here. A picture of my son and my grandmother. I was very happy that Graham, who meant the world to me, got to see my son, and she passed away before my daughter was born. And then I have a picture of my son when he soloed out. God bless him. He took a look at flying, and then I really have a lot of respect for him. Come to me and said, "Dad, as much as I know you love flying," he says, "I just don't think it's for me." I really have a great deal of respect for him for having the courage to tell that to me. And then I have a picture of my daughter and I on the flight line. It says here, last flight, T-38A, June 1980. Well, little did I know I'd come back to the training command. But every year on Father's Day, Dana tends to post this picture, and it just brings a smile to me. And then I have a few patches. The Charging Cheetahs, where 3 Zen is located. The 560th PIT patch. I wish Velcro would give me a little bit of a challenge, the POW patch. And the namesake of my channel here, 3 Zen. This was the 50th anniversary. So that goes in the box. And the last thing I have that I kept in here is just a single glove that I wore on my last flight. So when I was flying. So these are the things that when you listen to the song, these are the little treasures that I have. And they mean something to me. I don't hold any pretense that someday this box will become a star, but these things are symbolic of things that I was blessed with in my life, and I would gladly give to the Christ child. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I would, if you have, I'd ask you to consider subscribing. We'll be back on the channel with a few more stories here in the next few days. So thanks for stopping by, and God bless you all at Christmas here. Thank you.